Good afternoon. This is Corby Dickerson with the National Weather Service in Missoula, Montana for your Sunday, May 9th, Mother's Day planning briefing. Overall this week we're looking at low impact weather as a cold low pressure trough begins to be replaced by a flat high pressure ridge. Showery weather will continue for the next several days, tapering off through Tuesday, and then gradual warming and drying trend throughout much of the week. There's possibility of another weather system by the weekend, but pretty low confidence in exactly how significant cold, wet that could be. Here's a current satellite view across the eastern Pacific Ocean and much of North America here. You can see we've got the continued low pressure trough circulating showers and clouds across much of western Montana. Over in central Idaho, things have stayed pretty clear, maybe some occasional showers that are drifting down across the terrain. And that's kind of going to be the trend as this trough stays over us. So we'll give a second for my animation to get to the current frame. But basically what you're looking at here is the weather pattern aloft at 500 millibars. So here we are Sunday afternoon. The model expects the low to drift a bit farther to the south, and then the trough starts to push off across the Great Basin into the main Rockies, and then high pressure by Tuesday begins to build across the western United States and into the Northern Rockies. Now I said a flat ridge. You see how these lines are pretty flat. There's really not much bubbling in this, and so it's generally going to be a pretty pleasant week overall. So this is the chance for precipitation throughout the week, going till Thursday afternoon. So Monday morning and Monday afternoon, Tuesday lesser shower chances, but by Wednesday pretty much no chance for precipitation. Maybe some mountain stuff starting to pick back up Thursday afternoon, but I'm thinking that's probably going to be a bit more cumulus field and very minimal shower activity developing. So Monday morning and Monday afternoon look like the best chances for precipitation this week. Here we go at the temperature trend, starting with morning lows for Monday morning and then going into the afternoon high temperatures. So a bit below normal. Normal lows, below normal on the highs. By Tuesday, we should be right about normal area wide. Things continue to warm, and we get above normal by Wednesday. And then Thursday morning, be a bit warmer, back into the 40s. And then by Thursday, we should be in the 70s, most valley locations. And, it's technically about 10 degrees above normal if you base it off Missoula's normals. So, it's really not too bad, all things considered. Pretty pleasant throughout much of the week. Speaking of the drying trend, here is an animation showing you minimum and maximum humidity values, starting with Monday morning's max RH values here, and then minimum RH values here. And you'll notice that both of these show a couple percentage points going down each single day. It's generally speaking, as the ridge builds into the area, things should start to see a bit drier. Wind speeds throughout the week are going to be minimal. There really isn't a lot of mixing potential during the afternoons until we get to maybe Thursday. So things really should be pretty nice overall as far as the weather conditions. Like I said, minimal impacts overall throughout the week. Looking beyond this week and into the next, it looks like a little bit more trend towards high pressure in the west, and we kind of sit on the edge of that trend. There's more tendency maybe for some troughing off the west coast, and then you can also see this tendency for colder weather down in the south, and it kind of marks by a bit of a blocking ridge sitting in this mid Rockies region right here, with a trough off the west coast and a deeper trough sitting off in the Appalachians and down into the deep south. Subsequently, there are precipitation chances for us up here as we kind of see weak systems kind of moving through the flow. So there really aren't any good signals for pretty active weather across the Northern Rockies for the next couple of weeks. Not to say that there won't be impactful weather, there just aren't any significant markers that would suggest that it'll be widespread significant weather. So we'll have to keep our eyes open because it's the smaller systems this time of year that can often come along and put a bit of a wrinkle into this. As such, we've got green across the board for the weather matrix this week. No major complications expected, and it should be a pretty nice week. Again, overall, low impact weather with cold low pressure trough being replaced by high pressure. Showery weather will continue through mainly Monday. There's going to be some afternoon showers Tuesday, but probably not a whole lot to be concerned about, and mainly in the terrain. And then gradual warming, going to be pushing things back up to normal and then above normal by mid to late week. Does look like we trend back towards normal later in the week with maybe some chances for precipitation. Thanks for joining us for this impact briefing. If you need us, here's ways to get a hold of us. We're always watching the socials, and we're here 24 hours a day to meet your needs. Hope you have a great week, and happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there.